It's Batman time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Azrael figure. More specifically, the design of Batman Curse of the White Knight comic book, as it says. It's a little bit of a different design from the regular Azrael, but I don't care, because what I care about is Azrael. I've been a huge fan of the character, kind of like the flaming sword, tons of red and gold, and you know, the whole Death Angel vibe. Yeah, it just speaks to me. All right. So I'm a bit of an edgelord, right? So anyway, enough about that. Let's have a look at the figure. This guy is an absolute unit, and I love it. He stands at about 18 centimeters to the top of his head, which means we're going up to 7.1 inches tall. Overall look and detail of the figure. The cowl. The cowl already with the mask detail on it is awesome. Look at how nicely this is painted. Those very, very small white eyes and the small black lines. The gold around it and the molded cowl, which is soft plastic. It does seem... Is it supposed to sack off a little bit over here? It looks... doesn't look straight, but I don't know. And tons of lines, tons of molded detail actually also in the cowl itself. You know, the cowl doesn't look boring. Then you got the big shoulder pads with more gold on there. And obviously those flappy, I'm just calling them wings in the back, which are completely soft plastic, will not get into the way of the articulation. They are a bit tighter up here, so don't break those. Yeah, potentially could break off. So be careful with that, but in the back it's just like no problem there. Then, as I was saying, the gold, you have like kind of like the, I don't know if that's supposed to be feathers or whatever, but it looks awesome. And the shiny red, it's not metallic, but it's really got the light radiating off of it, so that's cool. Then you got tons more molded detail, kind of like there's a lot of wrinkles in his outfit, and a little logo over here, which is again soft-ish plastic, does stand out a little bit. Shoulder pads, which are connected to the shoulder, they're not flopping off of the chest area, which I'm a big fan of. Then you got more gold detail in his big gloves, which is one thing I don't like about this design. Like, original Azrael has like the big, thick, giant, like kind of firefighter gloves, because he has flame swords, but then he had flame swords coming out of the gloves also, so that was a different design. I'm just saying, just a little tidbit of the original Azrael design against this one, but that's not a bad thing. We have some religious crosses and whatnot going on, because again, he's the I said Angel of Death earlier, but I think he's supposed to be the Angel of Vengeance. I did not read Curse of the White Knight. I kind of missed out on that one. I still plan to pick up any kind of paperback or whatever. As we move down to the legs, which the red ring effect on this one, it kind of changes. Like, there is a lot in the crimson red in the chest area, and I feel like a little bit in the gold, but that's about it. It's kind of weird though that the legs are just completely red as such. Just, you know, it stands out weirdly. It's not a huge issue, but it is a thing. And then down to his little shoes, and that's it. Articulation has been pretty darn good for like your McFarlane toys. You have this entire cowl piece, which is just connected to everything, so you know, you don't have the head rotating around without the cowl. As such, it does look pretty good actually. You don't even see that there's much room to move it around, but you still get some out of it. Obviously it is pretty blocked due to the big shoulder pads and whatnot, but still, like I'm saying, back, forward, side, side. Works well, everything nicely. Then you got some rotation in the shoulder, moves up. Then you have a bicep swivel hidden under there, which looks pretty nice. Then you got a big one hinge, not a double hinge, in the elbow, which that was one thing which I was kind of worried about, but it does look okay. I don't agree with putting the ratchet so on display like that though, but it does make for good stability. And the hand is on another ball hinge, goes up, down, rotates all the way around. Chest area has some, actually very nicely, forward movement, back, does tilt side to side, and it does go all the way around. I don't want to force it that much, but I think it would. Still gets a lot of good motion. Now for the hips, you can rotate those, wiggle them around, back, forward, actually also still looks pretty good. Well, we have a bit of a gap, you can see the inside of it. But yeah, overall, really happy with that. Range we're getting out of this one. Legs move out to side, legs move forward, legs move to the back. Have some rotation in the thighs. And then get the double hinge knee, which looks pretty bad, but I mean, it's functional. And then the ankle pivot, which is a bit blocked over there, but it does look good. Back and forward also. And all the way around. And you got a toe hinge, which is pretty loose, which is weird because everything else is so stiff and nice and solid, but then you got the looseness of that. But it's not an issue. So upon further review, I realized you can also rotate the face still in there around a little bit. Has some wiggle motion. Does it go up? Does it go down? I don't know if it's on a ball or whatever, but yeah, just adding that much more to it. And I don't really know what's under there, but yes, more articulation for the face. Accessories. As we know, with McFarlane toys, you don't get a lot, but what you're getting this time around is awesome. I love this fire effect. This is so nice looking. See-through plastic mold on it is awesome. And you can take it off if you just want to display the sword without it. I do think that looks a bit plain. But I mean, I'm not throwing straight at the sword, but I really like the fire. Kind of have some more religious stuff going on in there. I'm not going to get too deep into that. And then you got a base with a DC logo on it. And this one also gets a card with data files, Jean-Paul Valley and Order of Saint Dumas. Pretty good stuff overall. And that's all the accessories. Final thoughts for this Azrael figure. Dudes, this figure is amazing and I love it. There's not even much I can say about it anymore. It's just like, the articulation is very nice, the mold is awesome, the weathering effect is awesome, the sword is great, the fire is magnificent. I'm running out of words to describe how much I love this figure. Now, if you want some bats, as usual with the McFarlane toys, a couple of extra hands would have been nice, and I think the knees are pretty ugly. And let's see, well, it's kind of somewhat a little bit loose for the ball hinges on the feet. And that's it. In total, this figure is amazing. This figure only costs about 25 bucks, I think, like dollars or whatever, just in retail. Basically saying for what you're getting, it is actually pretty fairly cheap. And that's it. So go out and get yourself this amazing looking Azrael figure. I love this design. And if you love this design, you will not be disappointed by this figure. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Azrael wants. Nothing really.